Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Pushing on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna give nothing to us. Into each other we put our trust. Standing united after the fight is done.
Yo, what up guys, it's me, the Ninja Reviewer here. Time for another exciting review of the one and only My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 3, 3 review. That day has come! Yeah, My Hero. Here we go. This week's episode, I will say though, it's a very simple episode at best though. It is a pretty solid episode. So I will start the way it is. Basically, this whole episode is the rest of the heroes, or actually, in this case, the actual students, actually still training to actually improve their quirks by the new trio called the Pussycats. And these people kind of remind me of like a more female, feminine version of like the Ginyu Force, except you have like one or two guys, or at least one guy. Maybe one guy? I think it's like one guy, yeah. So yeah, but they are really incredibly strong though. We had that one dude who's dressed up as a like a cat, and basically, or I think his name is like Tiger or something like that. Tiger, I believe his name is. Yeah, I believe so, something like that. So we got Tiger, and he's like training Midoriya. So I was like, you can't become plus ultra yet, because you don't have the stamina to do that yet, or just like whatever. You don't have the proper requirements as of yet. So what happens is that he's saying that Midoriya is like, you know what? Listen, All Might isn't here right now, so I have to make sure that I train my power on my own time. I gotta make sure that I regain my power like as well. Like I have to make sure I improve without All Might. It's my responsibility. Now I'm on my own to actually get my strength into its better position. So that's pretty much what Midoriya's goal is. Then also we have Koda's side of things, which is of course the kid from the last episode, where he basically, you know, still doesn't believe in heroes because what happened to his parents. I believe they're like the water hose heroes. I believe that's what Midoriya said. They're called the water hose heroes. And basically there were two pretty much show-offs to actually show off their own powers instead of actually taking way too much responsibility, which is why Koda pretty much really doesn't like heroes or people with quirks, because he wants to make sure that these next generation of heroes aren't just some show-off and only care about money and women and all that other kind of stuff. Basically, he just wants to make sure that they're actually right for the job, or like whatever, or they're just, you know, he still believes, because ever since his parents died, because they're being so careless, because they kept showing off so much and not really taking too much responsibility, which is the reason why Koda just absolutely despises heroes and people with quirks. And that's what Midoriya was trying to, you know, that's what he found out. Basically, like while I was trying to give him like the curry that they actually made as well during the training. By the way, there were some funny moments in this episode that were actually pretty good as well. The funny moment though I liked were like Bakugo's like trying to light up a grill. Like it's funny, he tries to make it explode, and then all of a sudden we got just like Todoroki just like does like a little simple flame. It's like Jesus, because but it's funny too. He can cut a carrot like perfectly, but he can't light up a simple fire of a grill. That's actually kind of damn funny. So Bakugo is actually pretty comedy material in this. There are plenty of comedy moments as well. You can tell that like half of them are still asleep. They didn't really get the proper sleep as they wanted to, and they're still trying to get their quirks and their strength improved and whatever, etc. So that's pretty much the whole premise of the episode. Basically, it's all just training. To put it simple, it's all a lot of training stuff going on. And Midoriya was wondering to Miss Rizawa that why isn't All Might here? And he said that, well, it's because because we want to keep this a big top secret from the League of Villains. Because if someone was All Might was here, they would sense that, and they would know from his presence, and they would be able to find this place easily. But little did he know, it was already too late. Most of them, or half of the new members of the League of Villains, have already found out the Force, including, was it Toa? Toa, I think her name was? Toga. That's her name, I forgot. Toga. Toga is the actual name. I forgot. Toga was her name. Oh, this bitch. Oh my god. So she basically cares about more about like, in a way, she kind of wishes her outfit was a little bit more cuter instead of like more like weird and deli. Like she reminds me of like Tokyo Ghoul, like that little mouthpiece. Like she pretty much reminds me of that. But it's kind of like a new like covered mask sort of deal because it's like a poison gas. That Dabi, not Dabi, but like this other dude with like a gas thing, and Dabi pretty much was the one that planned it. So what happens is that's exactly what they did. So It's Toga waifu. In a way, you know, maybe, probably. So what happened is that with Toga, you know, she actually, you know, meanwhile we have the old League of Villains, they found everything, and then it looks like Dobby has some kind of blue fire ability that sets most of the trees on fire. But that's at the end of the episode. But for now, we have this little challenge mode that they have to pretty much do as a little test of encouragement. And what happens, they have to go into the deepest, darkest of the woods to prove their braveness in order to see exactly if there's some kind of enemy attack or whatever, by trying not to get too afraid. By one of their quirks, what they think was some kind of like this skeleton looking dude, I forget his name, but he has some kind of like quirk. It's like a stiff thing or something like that that makes him look like a corpse or something like that. It was actually pretty funny though. That was actually pretty funny as well, and it was just so cute just seeing like Uchaku and like oh, it's so adorable. They're like, oh, it's okay, hold my hand. Like oh my god, I smell a ship between these two. Like obviously, I mean, yeah, we know we want Midoriya and Sue, or you want Midoriya and freaking Uchaku, but I would say when it comes to those two, I could see that ship happening too. It's adorable. It really is cute. But then we have pretty much what's really going on is that there's a feint of some kind of poison gas, and one of the cats actually sensed it, and pretty much one of them is down for the count because somebody used some kind of quirk ability where she's pretty much knocked the hell out. So it kind of looks like the League of Villains are now actually trapping the actual students of UA in. So things are only going to get pretty interesting from here. So it looks like another battle of the League of Villains is about to start. And that one dude in the cloak, keep your eye out for him, because this character, this dude in the cloak at the very end is like, wait a minute, where's Koga at? Or Koda, sorry, Koda? Yeah, Koda. I'm trying to remember the name. Where's Koda at? So Koda is somewhere still in his hideout, and then we see a dude with a cloak, which I know who he is. For manga readers, we know exactly who this dude is. And if you watch the opening, then you already know who it's going to be. So this is going to be pretty cool. I can't wait for him to finally show himself and actually get this fight started. I am super excited for this. So I would say when it comes to this episode alone, it was actually a pretty solid episode, pretty much. Things did actually get a lot better. Things are actually getting a lot more interesting than before. So overall, when it comes to this episode of My Hero Academia, I would probably simply give this episode, I mean, true, because the ending was actually really good, so we already got everything set up there. So I'm going to give this episode a 4 out of 5. So the episode gets a solid 4 out of 5, pretty much for me. Next week's episode, it looks like the battles are finally going to get started, so I'm actually really excited to actually see what's going down. I am really super excited about that. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below of this week's episode of My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 3, and I will see you guys next week. I'll see you guys next week for Episode 4, Season 3. And for the manga folks, I will see you guys also next week for the latest chapter. So don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe as always. Click on that bell to join the squad, boys. Follow my social media plugins and my gamer tags as well. Don't forget to join the Plus Ultra Discord if you haven't already. So, peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. And manga fans, keep supporting Rich Read what you watch. And yeah, that's it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, go beyond. Plus